Previously, we looked at the Winchester Longbeards, the XRs, out of the 12 gauge. Well, here we have them for the 20 gauge. So we're going to be shooting these 20 gauge. They're a 3-inch shell. They're moving at 1,000 feet per second, and they have 1.25 ounces of number 5s in them. So we'll be shooting these shells from 30 yards, 2 different 20 gauges with 2 different chokes at life-size turkey targets, and we'll see what kind of pattern we get out of them. In the 12 gauges, they did pretty good. Hopefully these 20 gauges do just as well. So let's get set up and do a little shooting. So here we have our Remington SPR 210. This is a side-by-side 20 gauge with 26-inch barrels. The left barrel, we have a extra full turkey choke that is constricted at 5.85. We have a life-size turkey target set up down there at 30 yards. We're going to be shooting these Winchester XRs down there, these long beards down there, and see what kind of pattern we get on this turkey. Here we go. All right, I think we got a pretty good pattern down there. All right, so here we have our Stevens 512. This is a 20 gauge over and under. It's a 3-inch chambered gun. It has 26-inch barrels, and then the over barrel we have the factory full choke that we'll be shooting their life-size turkey target at 30 yards with. So let's see if these long beards will do as good as they did with the 12 gauge. So here we go. Yep, we got that old turkey, I do believe. Let's go down there and compare these two turkey targets and see what we think about these long beards with these shotguns and these chokes. So here we have the two targets that we shot with the Winchester Longbeard, the XRs. And if you remember, these are a 3-inch 20 gauge load with 1.25 ounces of number 5s in them, which means they have about 212 pellets per shell in them. So let's start with the Remington side-by-side. This was the first target we shot. And we have 33% of the total payload in this turkey. 33%. That's pretty good for a 20 gauge. We definitely got this long beard. Now let's look at the Stevens. And we had a full choke in it, but we got 41% of the total payload in the turkey. That is almost perfect for a turkey load as far as I'm concerned. 40% at 30 yards, that's a great turkey load. But there's something else I want to look at right here. If you notice, we used a full choke with the Stevens, the factory full choke, and we have pellets from the bottom to the top and across both sides on this target. Well, here we use an extra full and the side-by-side. And even though we got less pellets in the turkey, we got 90% or so of the load in this 10-inch circle right here. We got a few pellets above and a few pellets below, but the vast majority of the pattern is right here. This is the type of turkey load where you really got to concentrate when you're pulling the trigger. This type of load needs to be shot like a rifle. You've got to squeeze the trigger because it's pretty easy to miss a turkey with a load that's shooting this tight. But anyway, these Winchester Longbeards, these are a great turkey load. They did excellent in the 12 gauge and they did just as well in the 20 gauge. So until next time, y'all stay safe in the turkey woods and God bless.
Here's the wadding.